Hi, friends. Welcome back to Storytime with Miss Felicia. I'm Miss Felicia, and I am so happy that you guys can join us this week for Storytime. This week, we're going to be reading a story about families. Everybody here has a family. It may be a mom and dad, or two dads, or two moms, or a grandma, or an aunt who takes care of you, or maybe an older brother or sister. Or maybe your family is somebody who adopted you, or maybe you live with a foster family. But we all have special families, or maybe you just live with some really close friends. Those are all different types of families, right? And our families come in all different shapes and sizes. So this week, we are going to read a story about families. Before we start our story, I want to show you a little picture I drew of my family. So this is my family. I drew a picture of my dad and my mom, my little brother. He doesn't look so little, right? He's taller than all of us. My sister and me. Can you guys see that? And maybe you guys can draw a picture of your family too. Maybe you could draw a picture of your mom, your dad, your sister. Maybe you have some pets you could put in that picture. Well, we're going to dive into our story and see what kind of families there are around the world. All about families. This book is written by Felicity. You see all those different families on the front page? How many different kinds of families? What is a family? Maybe you know a family that looks a little like the one in this picture, but families may also look like these. So families may look like all these different types. See, there's some families that wear head coverings. There's some families that's just a dad and a child. There's some families with babies. There's some families with two babies and two other children. Like this family, they have twins and they have another set of twins. And this is a family, this lady, she has her bird. That's part of her family. All shapes and sizes. Families come in all shapes and sizes, and every single one is different all over the world. A family may be very big. This family is really big. Can we count all the people in their family? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 people in their family, kind of like the Brady Bunch. And they have two pets, a bird and a cat. Or a family can be just two people and their pets. The people in the family may look a lot like each other, like this family, or they may all look a little different, like this family. They have different skin tones, different hair colors. Some of them are wearing glasses, and some are not. The people in a family can be short, or they may all be tall, or they can be a mixture. The people in families may all like to wear different clothes. They may all enjoy doing different things, and some speak different languages. Does anybody in your family speak a different language? Maybe somebody has a grandma who speaks Spanish or French or German, or maybe your parents speak a different language and you speak one language as well. Some people have parents that speak Spanish and their children speak English. Who's in your family? These children are all in the same class at school. They've drawn some pictures and are talking about who's in their family. I'm Valentine, and I live with two cats, my mom and dad, and my brother Alfie. I'm Freddie, and I have two dads. They adopted me when I was a baby. Adopted means that the right family was found for him when he needed one. I'm Megan, and I live mainly with my mom and sister, Bethann. We see our dad some weekends, so their mom and dad live in two different houses. If you're an orphan like me, it means both your parents have died. I'm Billy. I live with my sister and my dad. My mom died when I was little. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes we lose a parent, and that's really sad. I'm Alicia. I live with my mom and grandpa. Our dog's name is Bella. And this is Bella. See Bella? Bella says, actually, my full name is Isabella Vaughn Isington III. I'm Lily, and I live with my mom, Sally and Becky. So she has two moms. My name is Ahmed, and I live with my mom, my stepdad, my little brother, and my stepsister Molly. I'm Vijay, and Sanjay is my twin brother. We live with our foster parents, Allison and Ali. So they're twins and they live with foster parents. Foster parents look after children if their birth parents aren't able to take care of them. Who is in your family? Can you draw a picture of them? So who's in your family, friends? Maybe after you're finished with story time, you can go draw a picture of your family. Talking about families. Because there are so many different kinds of families, people use special words to talk about them. This is what some of these words mean. A single parent family is one where just a mom or a dad takes care of the children most or all of the time. Couples who are married have made important promises to each other at a wedding ceremony. In some families, children are raised by their grandparents, or an aunt, or uncle, or a grown-up brother or sister. This is called a kinship care family. So see, that's grandmother and grandfather. Not all parents are married. Some are partners. They may get married after they have children, or they may not. If you are adopted, a new family was found for you because your birth parents couldn't take care of you. See, this baby is adopted by these parents. And a foster family looks after children if their birth family is not able to. This can be for a short time or a long time. And then your extended family may include aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, great-grandparents, and so on. Those people are all your relatives. So see, you can find out more about these kinds of families on page 15. So we'll see that soon, right? So this is the extended family. And this is your great uncle Richard. So this baby is meeting all of her extended family. She meets her great aunt Floss and grandma Petra and her cousin Angus and Uncle Rick. Who else? She meets Aunt May. Do you guys have a big extended family? Do you have people in your family that are aunts or uncles or cousins? Maybe you have your grandparents or your great-grandparents in your life still. I still have my grandparents on my daddy's side. And some people don't have their grandparents. How families can change. Families don't always stay the same. The family that you start with may change as you grow up. It could get bigger or change in other ways. If your family has a new baby, you have a little brother or little sister. This means you become a big brother or big sister. If parents are separated, they aren't living together anymore, but they are still part of the family. See these two kids? Their parents are separated and they're saying, yay, 2 bedrooms. If parents don't want to be married or live together anymore, they may get divorced. They help their children through the changes this brings. If parents aren't together anymore and one has a new partner, the children may have a step parent or step sibling. This is when you get sisters or brothers from your mommy or daddy's new partner. Let's see, what about this family? When somebody dies, a family loses one of its members. This makes everyone in the family feel very sad because a person they love isn't there anymore. So this person passed away. This is grandma, and they miss their grandma because they had good memories with her. If a partner has a baby with a new partner, or if a parent has a baby with a new partner, the other children have a half brother or half sister and become half brothers or half sisters. If a parent has a new partner who already has children, the two families may join together to make a blended or patchwork family. Do any of you guys have blended families? Where your mommy and daddy or daddy met somebody new and those people had children and you guys all came together to be a one big blended family. A family tree. A good way to show how the people in a family fit together is to draw a family tree. Here's one for a boy named Sam. So in Sam's family tree, he has Grandpa Chris and Grandma Annie. And then Grandma Annie and Grandpa Chris had 3 children. They had Uncle Barry, Auntie Claudia, and Dad, which is Simon. And then Auntie Claudia married Uncle Joe, but they didn't have any children. But Daddy married Mom Anna, and Anna and Mom and Dad, they had Sam, Brother Alfie, and Sister Nancy. Now, on Mommy's side, her mom is Grandma Belinda and Granddad George. But Granddad remarried and married step-grandma Maria. And Granddad and Grandma Belinda, they had Mom Anna and Auntie Joe. And Auntie Joe married Uncle Matt, and Uncle Matt and Auntie Joe, they had 2 children named Cousin Chloe and Cousin Theo. Can you draw a family tree? So you guys see the family tree on this side? Those are all the aunts and uncles, and it shows you who is on which side of the family and whose mommy and daddy is whose and whose grandparents come from what side. The people in your family tree are all your relatives, and you'll hear lots of different names for them. It's complicated, but if you do want to know these names, this shows how Sam and some of his family are related. So these are his grandparents and his parents, aunts and uncles, and the children and grandchildren. See, the grandparents are at the top, and then the aunts, uncles, and parents, and then the grandchildren are at the bottom. Where do families live? Where do your families live? Do you have 2 houses Do you guys live in an apartment? Do you live on a farm? Do you live in the country? Do you live near the beach? There's so many different places that families can live, right? Where do you live? Oh, you live in a house with your family? And you live in an apartment? That's a really good place to live. So let's see, where do some of these families live? All families need somewhere to live, but family homes don't all look the same. A family can live in a house, a yurt. What's a yurt? That looks like a kind of a tent, or even a palace, like the king and queen, they live in a palace. Many live in an apartment. A few live in a tree house. Wow, that would be cool to live in a tree house, right? Or even a windmill. A family can live on a farm, in a camper, or a houseboat. A family home can be in a little village or town, or a big busy city like New York City, right? Or LA, or on a tiny island in the middle of a lake. Some children have two homes because their parents live in different places or even in different countries. Some families have nowhere to live and may be helped by friends or other people until things get more settled. Some families get to stay in the same place for a long, long time. Your great 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 grandmother built this cottage. So that's a house that was passed down from generation to generation. Some have to move house, town, or even country quite often. Do we have everything? That's what the little girl's asking because she knows they're moving again. So some families move to a new place every year or often, or some families, they stay in the same place. And there's all different kinds of houses. What is a family for? The people in families help and take care of each other in all kinds of ways. Get down, Molly. Look, this little girl is playing with her dog. My dog is always happy to see me. She makes me feel happy. My stepson draws amazing pictures for me. My stepmom reads me stories and helps me with my reading. My dads keep me safe and sometimes they take me to the zoo. My mom takes care of my Nana as well as me because Nana of 10 forgets things, often forgets things. So see, there's all different reasons why we have families. Sometimes it's to read to us or to take care of us. My big sister helps me put my shoes on. I try to cheer my mom up if she's feeling tired. My dad cooks our food, washes our clothes, and takes me to school. My moms give me a hug when they feel proud of me. My mom goes to work every day to earn money to pay for everything. Can you think of some ways the people in your family help you each day? Like this family, if I feel sick, my gran gives me a hug and some medicine. So how are some ways that your family members help you? Do they take care of you when you're sick? Or maybe they play with you when you go outside? Or they cook your dinner for you? Or they just keep you company and spend time with you? Those are all really important things. Family talk. Parents may come from different parts of the world and speak different languages, or they may both have grown up in the same place and speak the same language. So this family over here, they're both speaking one language. He says hola and she says hola. Carlos and Juanita both come from a village in Mexico and speak Spanish. So they speak Spanish. Mark from the US speaks English. Simona from Italy speaks Italian. So he says, hi there. And she says, ciao. Let's see. Parents and grandparents are often very proud of where they come from and like to tell their family all about it. This medal was given to me for being the best dancer in my village. Because Grandpa is telling his grandkids all about him being a dancer in his village. That's cool, Grandpa, and he's showing them a picture of him dancing. If your parents speak different languages, they may want you to learn both of them. Some families use two languages at home. The girl in the picture is saying thank you in American Sign Language. So to say thank you, she does this. Or the children might speak one language at home and a different one at school. These children are saying good morning in Welsh. Luckily, when you are little, you can easily learn any language, and you can learn two or more at the same time. These toddlers are all saying mom in different languages. Can you guess what they are? Mama, mom, maman, mama, mom, mom. We can learn so many languages, and as babies learn languages much easier than when we get older and grown up. So babies can learn Spanish and French and English all at the same time. Family food. Everyone needs food, but different families don't eat exactly the same things or eat in the same way. Some families don't have a lot of choice about what they eat. Other families have different meals every day and like to try foods from all around the world. Let's see. Rice and beans. What's for supper? Oh, so he's asking what's for supper, and Dad says rice and beans. And the doggy says, same as every night. And then this family over here, they said they love palau and shish kebabs are yummy. And let's see, I like moussaka. I've never heard of moussaka. That sounds interesting. And then this family over here, they have hana masala is the best. And then Dad is saying, nasi goreng is for me. So they have different choices. Many families are somewhere in between and sit down together to share their family meals. But some prefer to graze and snack or just grab and go. So how does your family eat? Do you guys all sit down together? Or do you maybe grab something quick, like some fast food and eat it in the car on the way home? Or do you guys go to the park and have a little snack here and there and maybe not have a full meal sitting down at the table? Or do you eat and then your parents eat and then your brother and sister eat at a different time? See, it all depends on what your family likes to do, but every family is different, right? Celebration. Food is often a big part of family celebrations and festivals. Sweet things are especially popular. There are cakes for birthdays, donuts for Hanukkah, cakes for weddings, laddu for Diwali. Let's see. Panettone for Christmas. Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce this one, but it's a special rice cake for the Chinese New Year. Maybe one of you guys can figure that one out for me. Then there's pecan pie for Thanksgiving. There's butter cookies for Eid. And there's chocolate eggs for Easter. What does your family celebrate? Do you eat any special foods? So does your family celebrate any of these special holidays? What's the special food that you guys have? Do you guys celebrate Hanukkah or Rosh Hashanah or maybe Kwanzaa or Christmas? There's so many different holidays. What do families do? Many families do things together. They may go shopping, go see the movies, go on a bus, go play a game of soccer, walk in the park, walk their dog, listen to some music, go skating or horseback riding. Maybe they go on a vacation in a big airplane. Let's see. What are some things that families do together? What are some things that your family does together? Do you see anything in this picture that you and your family does together? You guys go fishing at the lake? Do you go on a boat? Really? That sounds like a lot of fun. Families and feelings. We all have feelings, right? And sometimes our feelings are happy or sad, or sometimes they're a little bit confusing and we don't really know how to deal with them. But we all have feelings, and in families, we have a lot of feelings and we have to deal with them. We have to deal with our parents' feelings, and we have to deal with our feelings, and our parents have to deal with our feelings as little kids, right? The people in a family don't always feel quite the same about things. Look at this little girl. She's like, I don't like it. But her brother says, yummy. And the doggy says, I'll eat anything. Does your doggy eat anything? Yeah, I bet he does. Or she. And some are always arguing. Uh-oh, these two sisters right here, they're arguing. She's saying, it's mine. No, it's mine. Just stop, the two of you, Dad says. No more arguing. Some things can make everyone in the family feel sad. Uh-oh, poor Goldie, their fish, passed away. She was such a nice fish. We'll always remember her. So they put up a picture of Goldie. Things that make some people feel happy can make others feel left out or jealous. Oh, I think the baby is coming. Hello, baby. Isn't he wonderful? But see, a new baby might make big sister feel a little left out because she sees that, oh, this new baby is getting all mom and dad's love. But that's not the case. Mom and dad love big sister just as much, but baby needs a little more attention because they're so small. But when someone in your family says you have done something good, it can make you feel proud. Do you like my robot? That's great, Josh. We'll put it on the shelf. So he feels very proud because his mom is displaying his cool robot that he made. And a family can make us feel safe and loved just by talking and doing everyday things. Will you read us a story, Dad? Okay. We love this book. There was once a dragon who had very big feet. So these are all the different feelings that families have. Different family members have different feelings. Sometimes we may be sad, frustrated. Sometimes we may be happy and enjoying time together. Or sometimes we might feel a little left out. But no matter what, we're all family, and we all have to come back together, talk about it, and work things out. Feelings can change quickly, and the people in your family could be feeling all kinds of different things, sometimes all at the same time. Maybe today someone is feeling worried or upset or angry, in a good mood, excited, grumpy, proud, embarrassed, or happy. But whatever your family is like today, it won't be the same as any other family in the world. Your family is special because it's different, because you are a part of it, and because it's yours. And that's the end of the story. So see, our families are special and unique to us. And that's all about families. Well, boys and girls, I'm really happy you can join me for story time this week. I hope that you have an opportunity to draw your family picture, just like this one. And then maybe you could talk about some things that you and your family members have in common, or some things that you really like about your family members and what you like about being in a family all together. Well, until next week, I'll see you guys later. And don't forget, parents, subscribe if you want to get all the Storytime notifications. I really appreciate you guys joining me for Storytime. Bye, friends.